Section 14 of National Geographic Magazine, Volume 2, Numbers 3 to 5. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Announcement. The National Geographic Society was organized in January 1888 to increase and diffuse geographic knowledge. It is incorporated under the laws of the District of Columbia and has at present an active membership of about 400. The publication of a magazine was early determined upon as one of the means of increasing and diffusing geographic knowledge, and 2 volumes of the National Geographic Magazine have been published in the form of a quarterly journal. During the past 2 years, it has been found that the form of publication adopted at the outset meets but imperfectly the needs of the Society. In the first place, since the season of active work in the Society includes the winter months only, there was an excess of material for the 2 earlier numbers, and a dearth of material for the 2 later numbers of the volume. And in the second place, the necessity for holding articles until sufficient material for a number was received sometimes led to delay in publishing interesting and important matter. Accordingly, it has been decided to discontinue the quarterly form and to publish the magazine in the form of a series of brochures, each issued promptly as possible after reception of the material. The details of this modified form of publication are set forth elsewhere in this number of the magazine. While the National Geographic Magazine is edited by and constitutes the organ of the National Geographic Society, it is not limited to this function, and, as was announced in the first number of the journal, its pages will be open to all persons interested in geography in the hope that it may become a channel of intercommunication, stimulate geographic investigation, and prove an acceptable medium for the publication of results. With the adoption of the modified form of the journal, the publication year was changed from one determined by the working season of the Society to the calendar year, and it is to cover a hiatus in the Society's records growing out of this change that this 5th number of Volume 2 is issued. The national capital seems to be a natural and appropriate place for an association of national character, and the aim of the founders has been therefore to form a continental rather than a local society. That this aim has measurably succeeded is indicated by the fact that although the National Geographic Society is only 3 years old, there are 57 non-resident members distributed over 27 states and territories. One of the means adopted by the National Geographic Society for increasing geographic knowledge has been that of exploration. In the spring of 1890, an expedition was sent out by the Society to explore and survey the Mount St. Elias Alps of Alaska. The results of the expedition include 1. New determinations of altitude and geographic position for Mount St. Elias and neighboring peaks. 2. A topographic map of a considerable part of the Mount St. Elias Range with its southwestern foothills and the slopes thence to the shores of the Pacific. 3. An investigation of the glaciers of this alpine region. 4. Researches into the geology of the region. And 5. A study of the range and its climatal and other conditions, so complete as to prepare the way for detailed surveys of the entire region. A report on the Mount St. Elias expedition, comprising about 150 pages of letterpress, with 20 plates and a number of other illustrations, has just been sent to press as a part of Volume 3 of the National Geographic Magazine. As another means of carrying out the purposes of the Society, regular fortnightly meetings are held for presenting scientific and popular communications on geographic subjects, some of which are published in the National Geographic Magazine. The Society also provides for the delivery of public lectures in Washington upon explorations in little-known countries and upon other geographic subjects. Within a few months, Lectures have been delivered under the auspices of the Society by eminent explorers or students on the following subjects: The Explorer in Egypt, Buried Cities of Ancient Egypt, Life Among the Australian Cannibals, A Journey Through China, Mongolia, and Tibet, Korea and the Koreans, Results of the Mount St. Elias Exploring Expedition. The Society has in preparation a physical atlas of the United States. There is no geographic or number limitation to membership in the Society. The National Geographic magazine is sent free to members. Correspondence with the Society should be addressed to Mr. Marcus Baker, Secretary, number 1330 F Street, Washington, D.C. End of section 14.